I'm Adrienne Everheart, and I'm a love and relationship coach. And I'm so glad you're here today with me on this video because I want to talk about something really important, and that's called no contact. And if you've had any sort of breakup or you've split apart even temporarily from someone you love, you have perhaps researched the internet on how to reconcile or how to make things better with them or how to make up. And you've likely come across this rule called no contact. Well, I'm going to tell you about no contact and why I am not a fan of it. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what got me into coaching and how no contact just absolutely really pretty much ruined some chances I had of reconnecting with my heart to the man I love. So I'll tell you a little bit about that, but I'll start with how I got into coaching. So I was once married and we loved each other very, very much, but we just couldn't make it work. We tried several therapists, we read lots of self-help books, we did alternative healing, we did retreats, we did all sorts of things to try to figure out what was going wrong. Nothing worked. And so sadly, the marriage had to end. Well, soon after that, I met a man. I was on what I call love empty, which means I was full of holes. I was full of holes where I needed love and attention and excitement, and I met a man who could give me all of those things. Because as you know, the first 3 months of a relationship are usually bliss, where we are just looking for the good in that person, and that's all we see and that's all we feel. And then after that, things begin to change, as they did. And he just took off and went no contact on me, and I never heard from him again, and it was devastating. All right. Enter boyfriend number 2. The next relationship I went into after my divorce. I was even more on love empty than I was before. So really, I had a repeat of this happening again. And that's what you might find yourself doing, is having a repeat of men who come into your life and then leave for one reason or another, and you can't figure out why this keeps happening to you. So this is what I do in coaching. I help find the pattern and we end it. We do something completely different. And that's when I got into coaching with Roy Ray. So that turned my life around. But before I did, I practiced something called no contact. And this was with boyfriend number 2, the man that I actually was able to become my authentic self, show him my vulnerabilities, and attract him right back into my life. And we are going so strong, and it's wonderful. Everything about it is great. It's going to feel so good when that happens for you as well. It's like nothing else you can experience. It's nothing that you've been taught or learned from your parents. It's an amazing process. So when he decided he needed some time away, I researched on the computer. I read about no contact. So I wasn't responding to him. If he sent me an email, I didn't really respond to it. I didn't talk to him. It felt like it had been a year and it was 3 days. So it was a terrible feeling. It was going against my true nature of what I wanted to do. Now I had already learned, don't chase after him and send him 100 texts and 100 emails, which is actually what your DNA and your emotions will trigger you to do when a man leaves you. You'll get triggered to actually pursue him even more, and that's also a no-no. But you also don't want to have this really rigid set of rules about what you should do. So thankfully, I got coaching into my life pretty quickly and started to turn things around. And I'll tell you what I learned. About day 9 or so, I knew he was far away from me. He was far away from our little family we had together with our pets and our kitties and our dogs. So I decided to send him a photo of all the animals. And this photo began to reconnect us on a different way, through our hearts. I wasn't trying to get anything from him. I wasn't trying to get him to do anything. I just wanted to let him know all the animals were alive and well and that we missed him, and that was it. And that's how the relationship got activated again, and we began to open up and talk to one another. Now, maybe you've tried a similar thing, but if you do it, send it with the intention of, I'm not looking for anything particular to happen. I'm doing this because this is how I feel, and it feels wonderful. And if you don't get a response from your man, maybe he needs more time, he needs more space, and also we need to work on you. I had a lot of work to do on myself. Looking back then, I actually didn't really know how to love a person. I mean, I knew how to love someone and be good to them and you know, be loving and warm, but I didn't really know how to express love based on what I was really truly feeling inside of myself. I was always doing what I thought I should do and doing what I thought would bring about the best result in the relationship. I was not being authentic. I was not being myself, you know, and that's really how you connect to a man's heart. So my vote on no contact rule is thumbs down. I think it's robotic. I think it's following a rule, and it's definitely not you being in touch with your heart. I do, however, believe in giving a man space and time and not pursuing him. But having a really rigid rule in place, that doesn't make sense either. So I'd love to talk with you more about this, especially if you've recently gone through a breakup, or if you're just feeling that distance from a man and you're contacting him, you're letting him know that you miss him, but you're not really getting any responses. You're not getting that reconnection that you're really hoping for. I'd love to talk to you, and maybe we can figure out some different things you can do, starting with yourself, that will just change your vibe, change your energy, so you can reattract a quality man into your life or reattract that lost love. All right, well, I'm Adrienne Everheart. You can find me at everheartcoaching.com or email me at everheartcoaching@gmail.com. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.